on spot with a calisthenics class, Miss Colbert.
Thank you, Joanna, and congratulations on your history term paper. It was excellent. And stop smiling, Marcia. Yours was a waste of time. Oh, girls, make sure you keep your bicycles off the footpath. They're a menace to navigation. 1, 2, 1, 2. Miss Wilson! 1, 2, and halt. All right, relax, girl. Miss Wilson's got news.
What happened, Miss Colbert? What?
The day that we've been waiting for has finally arrived.
What?
I just received a call from the attorneys who represent our late lamented Miss Foster's estate. And they've located her nephew and sole surviving heir, Major John Kendall Foster.
Oh, no. You mean our school now belongs to a soldier?
An officer, Miss Wilson, an officer. And a senior officer at that.
But...
Miss Wilson, what on earth is the matter with you? You're sputtering like a motor car.
We can't have a man here at Miss Foster's school. It's out of the question.
A man, yes, but a major. That is entirely different.
It is?
It most certainly is. When a person finally reaches the age when he becomes a major, he's weary and tired and used up, like a squeezed-out grapefruit.
People had you clocked at better than 800 knots.
800? My instrument's got me closer to 9. I think I'm getting short-changed.
Well, if you were moving any faster, you'd have passed yourself coming back.
Well, Ed, what's been going on around here while I was up?
Not too much. Stephanie called you, Maureen called you, Laura called you. Your Tuesday night poker games have been shifted to Thursday. General Bradford would like you to have lunch with him tomorrow. The staff meeting's for 0900 sharp. Yvette called twice, and you inherited a school.
Well, I better call Yvette and get to work on those staff reports. A school? I inherited a school. Well, you gotta be kidding.
No, a Foster school in San Francisco. It belonged to your aunt by the name of Victoria Foster.
Aunt Victoria. Well, my gosh, I haven't heard anything about her since I was a kid. Inherited a school. How do you know about all this?
I opened a telegram. How else? Here, it's your telegram. You might as well read it, too.
I inherited a school, all right. Somebody's got to be kidding.
You'll love San Francisco, Major Foster. And I'll do my best to make your flight there a pleasant one.
Well, thank you, Miss Saunders. As soon as I get finished with a little business I have to look into, I hope you'll let me show my appreciation by taking you to dinner.
Major Foster, stewardesses are positively forbidden to make dates with the passengers.
A very sound rule, too. Fraternization between employees and customers could lead to serious morale problems. Why don't we get together around 6?
Violation of this rule could bring about severe and immediate disciplinary action. Why don't we make it 5:30? I only have a few hours in between flights. Why waste all that time?
Great. I hear there's a wonderfully intimate little Armenian restaurant out there that specializes in shashlik, shish kebab, and bad lighting.
Sounds perfect. All we have to do is skip the shashlik, the shish kebab, and concentrate on the bad lighting.
Miss Sanders, Melanie, somehow I have the feeling that this is just the beginning of a lovely friendship.
Honest?
Honest.
Hi, Major. Got you checked in at the flight desk. Oh, Miss Ryan, you look lovely as always.
Well, thank
Here
you,
ticket.
Sergeant. Only
what, Miss Ryan?
Only I happen to be Miss Sanders.
Melanie, dear, really.
Oh, don't Melanie dear me, you major, you. I've got to get to my plane. I'll see you on board. Oh, I hope you like hot coffee. Down the back of your neck?
Oh, Ed. Ed, I'm going to miss you when I get to San Francisco.
You are?
Sure, I'm going to have to find somebody else to get me into hot water.
Oh, I didn't need the promotion anyhow. Listen, Major, how long do you figure on being gone?
Well, the colonel said I can have as much time as I need to square things away at the school. I figure 4 or 5 days will do it.
Man, that's really something. You inheriting a school. I can only think of one thing funnier.
What's that?
Me inheriting a school.
Flight 87 to San Francisco.
Hey,
now
that's me. I gotta get going.
11.
Major, usually when you go off someplace like this, I envy you. Because I figure you're going to have a wild time when you get there.
But not this time, huh?
With a bunch of kids in a school.
Oh, I don't know, Ed. Could be fun. Somehow I get the feeling they're going to turn out to be a great bunch of boys.
Who painted that sign?
Do you like it, Miss Cooper?
Yes, it's fine, but you don't spell major with a G.
I told you, Susan.
Miss Culver? Yes. Miss Culver, a taxi just drove up with a man in it.
Oh, Major, now, remember, children, when I do this, that is your signal to come out. We want this little reception to be a surprise for the Major. Now, go along. In you go.
I'll bet he'll be surprised, all right.
Yes, and Miss Wilson, will you get a rocking chair for the old gentleman?
I'll get it. While I'm at it, I think I'll put on some lipstick. He may be old, but he's still breathing.
Good morning. I'm John Foster. I believe you're expecting me. Is it something wrong?
You don't look like a squeezed-out grapefruit. Oh, nothing. Just a case of mistaken identity. Come in. Come in.
Thank you.
Please, yes. Yes, you're John Kendall Foster, all right. How could I miss you? Except for the bald spot, you're the exact image of your aunt.
I haven't got a bald spot.
No, but she did. She always wore that little frilly cap to cover it.
I see.
Well, how do you do? I am Miss Culver, the headmistress.
Happy to meet you, Miss Culver.
Believe me, Major Foster, I don't usually stare at strange men.
Well, I'm very flattered. Oh, yes, there's Aunt Victoria. I recognize her.
Oh, not unless you have eyes at the back of your head. That is Susan B. Anthony, a pioneer in American education. That is your aunt.
Oh, yes. Sorry, Aunt Victoria. It's been a long time. Well, very pleasant here, Miss Culver. Very pleasant indeed. Say, kids do pretty well in sports, don't they?
Yes, we're very proud of our record.
First place state ping pong championship. First place district paddle tennis tournament. Not bad. But don't you think they ought to concentrate on a little more vigorous, manly activities?
Manly activities?
Yes, hard-hitting, body contact sports like football, boxing.
Major Foster.
Things that build up muscle. Give them big arms, thick legs, bulldog necks. Oh, I mean it, Miss Culver. These cups are fine, but none of them were won in real He-Man sports. First place state needlepoint champion. State needlepoint champion? Sewing and embroidering award.
3 years running. We retired the cup.
Miss Culver, I have a horrible feeling that you've been trying to tell me something. You...
Oh, Major!
You don't...
Major Foster, I'm sure the girls would like to hear a few words from you.
Well, I'm slightly overwhelmed, but it's a great pleasure to be here.
Battle stations, girls. Here we go again. The time's starting early today.
Oh, Major Foster, may I present Miss Wilson, our physical education instructor? And would you hold on to the candy dish? It's sliding off the table.
Nice to meet you, Miss Wilson.
The pleasure is all mine, Major Foster.
What was that?
Oh, the pipes in this building are very ancient.
They do that whenever the sprinklers and the washing machines are turned on at the same time. Man, I wish that gardener would get a new watch.
Now, Major Foster, would you like to go on with your few words to the children?
Yes, of course. Well, as I was saying, it's a great pleasure. Well, actually, all I have to say is just one word.
Yes?
Help. Miss Culver, the way you handle the school accounts is, shall we say, interesting. I mean, I've never seen anything quite like these. It's...
Oh, dear. My autographed Sigmund Romberg record. I wondered where it was. Thank you.
Unless I misread them, some of these bills are left over from the Coolidge administration.
Well, I'm not a businesswoman. I am an educator.
And an excellent one, too, I'm sure. And I realize that even Professor Einstein had trouble balancing his checkbook, but this...
You seem a bit shaken, Major. May I get your drink?
Boy, may you.
Oh, I'll brew you some tea.
On second thought, Miss Culver, really, I'm not that shaky, thank you. Miss Culver, there's no point in beating around the bush. I came out here to look over the school and to decide what I was going to do with it, and I've made my decision.
Oh?
I've got to sell it.
Sell Miss Foster's school? Oh, but we were hoping that you would stay around for a while and help us straighten things out.
Oh, I'm afraid that's impossible. I hate to let my Aunt Victoria down, but, you know, I'm only on a short leave from the Air Force, and straightening this out, well, no offense, but I don't know whether any of us are going to live that long. And besides, what help could I be around a girls' school? It's just not my cup of tea.
I understand, Major. But if Miss Foster's school becomes the property of somebody outside the Foster family, well, things just won't be the same.
I realize that, and I can see how much it means to all of you, but I'm stuck. Don't you see? I have no choice.
Of course. Oh, heavens. It's time for my poetry seminar. Major, you will at least stay and have lunch with us, won't you?
Well... All right, I'd love to. Maybe by that time I'll have worked up enough nerve to face all those little girls again.
Fine. Well, I'll see you in the dining room. You can't miss it. Just wait till the luncheon bell and follow the thundering herd.
How do you do, Major Foster? My name is Susan. Are you enjoying your visit to the school?
Oh, yes, very much. Thank you.
That's nice. Well, I'm running away. Bye-bye. Hi, Major Foster. My name's Janice. Bye.
Hey, girls, wait! Miss Culver! Miss Culver!
Hi, my name is Pamela. Bye.
Hey, girls, come back!
Boy, that was a close one. It sure was. I'll say.
The long arm of the Foster School reaches everywhere. Oh, no, you don't. I got you.
That's no fair, Major Foster. You're bigger than we are.
That's true, but you're sneakier than I am. All right, now, come on. Let's get to the bottom of this business. Now, sit right down there. Come on. Now, how come you're all running away?
I'm the only one who's really running away. We're just going along to be friendly. Yeah, we're pals.
Oh. What are your parents going to say about this, Susan?
In the first place, I've only got one parent, my father. And he doesn't care what she does. Why, she couldn't even get to see him unless she made an appointment 5 years before. He's too busy for a little kid like her.
Oh, come on now, Susan. You must be exaggerating about all this. I'll bet he comes to see you all the time.
Well, he did come to visit me last month.
Well, there you see.
For almost 10 minutes. But she gets a letter from him once a month. Only his secretary writes them.
Oh, yes. I think I see now. If you stir up enough trouble around here, Susan, like Like running away, then the school will call your father and he'll have to come and visit you, huh?
I think he's on to you, Susan. Yes, he's very clever.
Of course, you know, you really have nothing to be ashamed of. It's only natural for people to want attention from those they love. Why, the whole world wants it.
Even you, Major Foster?
Even everybody.
But ever since there's only been Daddy and me, no matter what I do, he still doesn't pay any attention to me.
Well, then maybe it's about time somebody told him what he was missing.
Like who?
Like me. Come on, gang, let's not sit here. I've got work to do.
Major Foster, when I grow up, will you marry me? Me too, Major Foster. Don't forget me.
Well, I don't know. Between the three of you, you may be too old for me.
Major Foster, I'm perfectly aware of my responsibility to Susan Fairchild. Of course I've tried to contact her father. By phone, by letter, by telegram. I've even thought of carrier pigeons.
Well, there must be some way to get in touch with him.
I doubt that. He's harder to reach than the President of the United States, and considerably less friendly.
Major Foster, I'm awfully glad to see you. Sit down. Make yourself comfortable.
Well, thank you.
Is there anything I can get you?
No, thanks. Frankly, Mr. Fairchild, I'm surprised at this reception. Miss Culver led me to expect a different reaction. She compared you somewhat unfavorably to the President of the United States.
If she means I've been giving her trouble getting in to see me, she's absolutely right. I've been avoiding her like the plague.
But why, Mr. Fairchild? I'm sure she has your daughter's best interest at heart.
I'm sure she has, but... Major Foster, 2 years ago when I lost my wife, I suddenly found myself the only parent of a child that I hardly knew, and I don't know how to face her. I don't know what to say to her. I don't know what to do for her.
I see.
That's why I'm glad you're here, because you're a man. Of course, a woman knows how to raise a child. It's just natural. It's instinctive. But for a man, it can be absolutely terrifying. I mean, facing your only little girl and spending a day or even an hour with her can be a pretty shattering experience.
Well, look, Mr. Fairchild, I don't know anything at all about raising children, but I do know one thing. Susan needs love. She needs affection. And you're the only one that can give her these things. What I'd like to know is, what are you waiting for?
I don't even know how to make a start.
Well, neither am I, for sure, but I think right now the most important thing is to make a start.
Yeah. Major Foster, excuse me. Cancel all my appointments for today.
Good work, Major. Mission accomplished.
Well, I don't know about that yet, but at least we've got them together. I've got to hand it to you, Miss Culver. Running a girls' school is a man-sized job.
Implying that it takes a man to do it?
Oh, no, I didn't mean it that way at all.
I did. Major Foster, in just a few hours, you've accomplished something that I've been trying to do for months.
Oh, well, it wasn't so much.
Major, I do wish you'd change your mind and stay here at Foster with us for a while. There's so much that you could do.
Besides lending a sympathetic ear to a mixed-up father, what? Oh, really, Miss Culver, there's so little that I could do here.
Back down the hatches. Here we go again. The big one. There she goes. Wow, that was a spine rattler. Best we've had in a long time. All clear. All clear, girls. Back on deck.
Miss Culver, may I ask, if this earthquake keeps happening all the time, why don't you call in the plumber?
Well, that's Mr. Macmillan, and we owe him so much money that we hate to call him.
Okay. Where's the cellar with the pipe outlets?
Miss Culver here? Yes. 1 minute. For you, Major.
Oh, thank you. Hello?
Hi there. Remember me? Melanie, the stood-up stewardess?
Why, Melanie. Hello. Where are you, anyway?
Oh, I'm at that great little Armenian restaurant with the bad lighting. Only it's all going to waste because you are exactly 3 hours late. You know, I've been here so long when the waiter speaks Armenian, I understand him.
Yes, Melanie, I'm really very sorry about this. I would... hold on a minute, will you please?
Major Foster, I've talked to my dad about marrying you, and he thinks it's a great idea. Thank you. We all wish you'd stay here at the school.
you please stay here at
John?
school?
John?
Oh, sorry, Melanie. I don't know what to say except that I got all involved.
Oh, all involved. With another girl?
No, with 120 girls. And if I can work it out with the Air Force, I may stay a while. Wonder why she hung up.
Hey, excuse me, little girls. Is there a man around here by the name of, Thanks. I think I see him.
What do you mean? I was saved by a mile.
Don't you understand English, mister? You're out.
Miss Wilson, did you see that? I couldn't have been safer if I was in a bank vault.
We play by the rules around here, Major, and the umpire's word is law. What do you say, umpire?
He's out.
You heard her. Out!
Oh! Ed! Hey! Hey, I'm glad to see you.
Oh, you're beautiful. Turn around, Major. That's what I thought it said. I ain't seen anything like this since I was 9 years old and fell through the skylight of the YWCA.
Well, what are you doing here?
Well, I was eligible for inactive duty, so I decided to come down here to see how you were doing. But I didn't expect this. I feel like I'm surrounded by chapter 1 of Little Women.
Well, I'm sure glad you're here. Boy, can I use you?
You can use me around
Yeah.
here? Me?
Sure.
You gotta be kidding. I couldn't do nothing in little girl school.
Well, no, that's what I used to think. Well, for openers, how are you at fixing broken windows? Hey, that coffee smells great.
Hey, that coffee smells great. Now, watch him come in here full of smiles and beg me to stay. Ed, old boy, in the 15 years we've been together, I've never been the kind of a friend that would remind you about, well, how I saved your life in Korea. Now he's trying to ruin it. Ed, you scoundrel, you. How about the time I set you up for that date with that fantastic Italian starlet? Sure. So he can ditch her and wind up with that even more fantastic French starlet. Oh, and then he'll really pour it on. Will it flow? Ed, old boy, old pal, old friend, how would you like to give your helpless old major a hand around here? Well, my answer's gonna be a big, fat no.
Hey, that bacon smells good, too. Well, Ed, how are you this morning?
No.
Boy, have I got a busy day ahead of me today.
Since you're gonna be totally lost, helpless without me, you're gonna have to learn to take care of yourself. Scramble your own eggs, Major.
Let's see, at 8 o'clock, Mr. McMillan, the plumber.
My answer's still no.
And the window repairman.
Don't beg, it's undignified.
Morning assembly at 2 o'clock.
It wasn't me that inherited 120 little girls.
And at 3 o'clock, I've got to...
Your eggs are burning. Man, talk about helpless. Okay, I'll stay, but only until noon.
Ed,
Yeah?
nice to have you back.
The John Forsythe Show, brought to you by Ajax Laundry Detergent, All-Purpose Cleaner, Bucket of Power, New Blue Cleanser, and New Window Cleaner. Ajax for cleaning power.